Hello and welcome back to another lecture of this complete Angular course. In this lecture, we are going to learn about custom property binding using @input decorator. Let's go to VS Code and here let's go to our product list component. So it is in source folder. Inside that we have the app folder and in there we have the container folder and inside that we have our product list component. Now if I go to the HTML of this product list component, there you will see that we are looping over this div using the ng for directive. And for each element inside this products array, this HTML will be repeated. Now what I want is, instead of having this HTML here, I'm going to create a new component called product. So that product component is going to represent a single product and we will loop over that product component. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's open the VS Code built-in terminal. Here we already have some terminals open. So let me go ahead and let me delete some. Here, let me clear the terminal. And then we want to create a new component and we want to create that component inside this product list folder. So currently we are in the project folder. From the project folder, we need to go to source folder, then app folder, then container folder, and then product list folder. So let's go ahead and let's do that. Let's use the cd command and we want to move from source folder to app folder. From there, we want to go to container folder and in the container folder, we have product list folder. Let me press enter and now we are in that product list folder. And in this folder, we want to create a new component called product. So for that, let's write this ng generate command and we want to generate a component and the name of the component is going to be product. Let's press enter and let's wait for this command to complete. So as you can see, the product component has been created and here you can see a new folder called product. From within this folder again, I'll go ahead and I will delete this spec.ts file because currently we are not working with writing unit tests. So that file has been deleted. If I go to product component TS file, there we have our product component. For that, we have the selector as app product. This is the view template for that product component. And this is the style sheet for that product component. Now, inside this product component.html, we want to write the HTML to display a product. And we have that HTML inside this product list component.html. So let me go ahead and let me take this HTML from here. I'll cut it. Let's go to product component.html and let's paste it there. Now here we are not going to use this ng for directive. So let me remove this ng for directive from here. Okay, let's save the changes here. And here we have few errors. That's because in this product component.html, we don't have this prod, right? But we will fix this problem later. Now let's go to product component.ts. Let's grab this app product from here. And we want to use this app product inside the product list component.html. So basically here. Okay. And we want to repeat this app product for each element which we have inside this products array. So for each of these product objects, we want to repeat this component. So on this component, we are going to use ng for directive. Okay. And since ng for is a structural directive, let's use an asterisk here. And in here, let's create a variable. Let's call it prod of products. So this products is the array. So here we are looping over this products array. Now what we need to do is somehow we need to pass the current object on which we are looping over to this product component. So here we basically want to pass data from the parent component, which in this case is product list component, to the child component, which in this case is the product component. Now, we have learned how we can communicate between a component and its view template. We can do that using data binding. But what if we want to communicate between two components? How can we do that? When we want to communicate between two components, and if those components have some relationship like parent-child relationship, then in order to pass data from parent component to child component, we can use custom property binding using @input decorator. So we can use custom property binding with @input decorator in order to pass data from parent component to child component. Let's see how we can achieve it. So the first thing here which you need to do is in the child component. So for us, the child component is this product component. So in the product component, you need to create a property. Here I'm going to call this property maybe product. Okay. And initially I will assign it with the value undefined. And what we want is in this product property, we want to receive the current product object. To do that, what we will do, we will decorate this property with at input decorator. Okay, now in order to use this at input decorator, we need to import it from Angular/Go. So here, if I press enter, that input decorator that has been imported from Angular/Go library. Okay, after this, we need to use a set of parentheses. Now we want to use this product in our view template. So let's go to the view template of this product component. And in there, let's replace this prod with product. Now here, if you notice, the Angular does not know about this product object. It does not know that it has this name property, gender property, this color property, etc. That's because here we have not specified any date type for this product. So for now, what we will do is to this, we will specify its type as an anonymous object. And in this object, let's go ahead and let's specify some properties like ID should be number, name should be string. So these are the properties which we want for this object. In this way, let's specify other properties as well. So we want this product property to be of type this anonymous object. Later, we will create a class for that. But for now, let's keep it a type of this anonymous object. And here it says undefined is not assignable to this type. So let me go ahead and let me remove it from here. Now here we still have this compiler error which says product has no initializer. So here basically the compiler is doing a strict check. Now in our previous lecture when we talked about different files and folders of an Angular project, there we learned that all the compiler related configuration, it is present inside this tsconfig.json file. In here if I go, you can see that this strict is set to true. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it to false for now. Okay, if I save the changes, let's go to product component.ts file now. And now that error is gone. Let's go to product component.html and there let's see what error do we have. Okay, so here instead of prod, we need to use product. So all these errors are gone now. Now the question is how we will get the value for this product property here. Now, since we have created this product property and since we have decorated it with at input decorator, now we can use this property like an attribute on the component selector. So for example, for this product component, we have this app product selector. Now, wherever we will use this app product selector as an HTML tag, there we can use this product property like an attribute. Now, where are we using this app product selector? We are using it in the product list component.html. So basically we are using here. So now on this tag, we can use that product like an HTML attribute like this. Okay. And here we want to bind some data to this product. For that, we need to wrap it within square brackets like this. So this is custom property binding. Here for this product component, we have created a custom property called product, and we are using that property like an HTML attribute. So here, using these square brackets, we are binding a custom property. So this is called as custom property binding. Now, whatever value we will assign here to this product, that will get assigned to this product property in the child class. So here we are using this app product in the product list component.html. So this app product will be child component of this product list component. And in there, we are using property binding. Basically here, we are binding the property of child component. And now to this child component, we want to assign some value. In this case, we want to assign the current element on which this ng for is looping over. So here to this product, we want to assign this prod variable. So let me go ahead and let me assign it here. Now here we have this error, and this error says that this variable cannot be assigned to this variable. That's because if you see, the types are almost same. The only difference here is that in this product, when we see this discount price, it is of type number. But here, this object is of type prod. So if I scroll down in there, the discount price is optional. So here if you see the discount price, it has a question mark after it. That's because it is optional. So let's go to our product component.ts file, and there let's also make this discount price optional. And this should solve the problem. So if we go back to product list component.html, now we are able to assign this prod to this product property. So what we have done so far is in the child component, that is in the product component, we created a property called product and we decorated it with @input decorator. Now, when we have decorated this product with @input decorator, this product can be used like an attribute on the component selector. So for this product component, the selector is app product. And we are using that selector in the view template of parent component, this product list component. And there we are using that product, basically this product property, like an attribute. And here we are binding that property using square brackets like this, using the property binding syntax. And to that, we can assign any value from the parent component. So in this way, from the parent component, whatever value we will assign to this product attribute here, that will get assigned to this product property here. In this way, data will flow from parent component to child component. Data will be passed from parent component to child component. And that's what we have done here. Here, to this product attribute, we are assigning this prod, basically the current product. So that current product will be passed to the product component, and that will be assigned to this product property. And then we are using this product property in the product component.html file, and we are accessing all these properties. So if we save the changes and if we go to the web page, you will see that the products are still being rendered and the details are being shown here. The only problem here is that now these products are not styled. For that, let's again go back to product list component.css, and from there let's cut the CSS for product card, and from here we can get all the CSS till here. I'll cut it from here. Let's go to product component.css, and in there let's go ahead and let's paste it. Let's save the changes. Okay, and let's go back to the web page, and now you will notice that now they are properly designed. Okay, so in this lecture we learned how we can bind the custom properties of our component class in the view template of the parent class. And using custom property binding and @input decorator, we can pass data from the parent component to child component. This is all from this lecture. If you have any questions, then feel free to ask it. Thank you for listening and have a great day.